We begin this episode by acknowledging the Wurundjeri and Boonwurrung people of the Kulin Nation, the traditional custodians of the land on which we record and share these stories. We pay our deepest respects to their elders, past and present, and recognise the wisdom, connection, and culture that have shaped these lands for thousands of years. As we journey beyond the veil, we do so with gratitude, respect, and an awareness of those who walked before us, honouring their wisdom, their connection to the land, and their stories woven into the fabric of time. May we listen, learn, and tread lightly, carrying forward their legacy with integrity and heart. Welcome to Beyond the Veil Australia, where history, mystery, and the unexplained collide. From eerie encounters to cryptid lore, from channeled messages to scientific investigations, we're lifting the veil and stepping into the unknown. I'm Heather, your guide through the shadows, and together we'll unravel paranormal phenomena, strange synchronicities, and the mysteries that refuse to be ignored. Whether you're a skeptic, a seeker, or somewhere in between, this space is for you. Fasten your seatbelt, expand your thinking, and get ready to cross the threshold with Beyond the Veil Australia podcast.
I do have one quick question for you, Mon, with that particular entity sort of being up in your face and doing that banging. I don't know if you're like me, where you can sort of tune in that audio way, but do you get the visuals of what they look like as well?
Sometimes in this instance, I was frozen.
Yeah.
There and I'm like, I all my senses were frozen.
Wow.
So, yeah, I just couldn't. I can tap into spirit when I have a quiet moment and I allow myself to go within and feel. I'm a trained medium, but when it comes to paranormal investigating, I find it really hard because I want to be in the moment, and to get into that space, you know, you have to go within. So I can't be still long enough. I can't connect.
Yeah.
So it's really hard, but I do get visuals a lot, but in that instance, no.
Yeah,
I can say to Anthony, I feel someone's over there. I might say I can feel a little boy around me or a little girl or whatever, but not not in this instance.
Intuition's perfect because at the start when we arrive at a location, she'll feel where the energy's at, and she go, okay, we'll put that there, put that there, put that there, and lo and behold, they start fucking going off, right? And it's exactly so she can really tap into. She 100% tap into the energy. There's no doubt in that. When we were up there, I think I usually feel.
I usually feel things within my body.
So like certain points where things
like maybe a tightness around her neck or a pain in the stomach or something like that.
Has passed away.
True.
You know, it happened at the jail, and I made a point at Parramatta Jail, walking past this on the first tour we went to there. And I got to a certain point and I said, to the tour guide, I feel something around my throat, like someone might have hung themselves. And he said, oh my God, stop. And he called the group around and he said, Monique's just told me this, and now I'm going to tell you what happened. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Wow. So that wasn't like, being that it's a prison, but it wasn't the gallows. It was like that somebody had actually done that themselves.
He said in this cell.
Yeah. And we walked just past the cell. Yeah.
This is where they found him.
Yeah.
So
and the prison guards.
Information is amazing. I love that. But yeah, I will feel things like
I remember him saying the prison guards kept saying that when they had lockdown, that there was always one prisoner that was still out of the cell. and they would get radio each other, go down and check cell number, whatever it was. There's someone out of their cell. They'd always go down there. No one was there. And then when they went down there the last time, that's where they saw the person hanging.
Wow.
And that's sort of how that story goes.
That's yeah.
But I think going back to that whole.
Sorry.
That's good. I love the fact you're jumping in. It's really good. Normally I'm talking over you, so this is great.
And I sometimes just interject because I'm weird like that. So we've got a really good dynamic going right now.
It's so on point. I love it. But I think just being at Arradale, it's like buy tickets to your favorite rock band, your idols or whatever. Yeah, that's the paranormal idol. Like that. You know what? It's like the paranormal Wembley Stadium. Go figure that one. Let's put it that way, right? So I think that novelty of where we were for that whole period of time, from 6 o'clock till 3 in the morning, like it was proper. There was about half a terabyte of footage I videoed.
Wow.
Like huge. And I've got to try and convert that into 3 hours. So go figure that one. Like three-part series, but it's only going to be an hour and 20, an hour each video, or give or take. But I think that's what distracted Mon as well. So to be able to really, like you're saying, not be able to really sense or tap into, be able to see the apparition and describe who was haunting us, not the other way around. Yeah. That was again, an incredible experience. Like there's no explanation. We tried to debunk it. We walked up and down. We walked up trying to rattle the windows, tap, and nothing was that noise unless you physically got your fist on that timber and you belted the crap out of it. And that was it.
At first, Anthony said, "Is there anyone out there?" And I said, "We're on the top."
She goes, "You're on the third. Well, we're on the third floor." I said, "Okay, that's fine." That's the question. It's like,
there's no trees, so there's no animals tapping at the window, but then we realized it was inside and it was coming towards us.
Oh, it's coming. Yeah, well, we asked him to come towards us. So look, at least he listened.
Yeah, he listened.
No, if he went the other way, would have been pissed. So we'd have to chase him. Did you have on the socials when you mentioned before how you said you took photos and you didn't realize till the day after what you had captured, right? Did you see the apparition, the thingy on TikTok that Mon put up that was part of Arradale as well? Did you ever see that?
Oh, I feel like I did, but I think I was so captivated by the banging and that dragging sound that I probably actually didn't pay enough attention. But I remember hearing something like, what was one of you saying, "Oh, there was an apparition or something," and I'm trying to find it, but I was just like, "Oh my God, something dragged and something did all those things." But I will definitely have to go back and kind of study it a bit more.
Yeah, because there's a photo that's up there and it's as clear as day. And same scenario. First thing we did is say, okay, well, who was it? No, it wasn't mine, wasn't myself. Mine was downstairs. I was on the second level and I was by myself and I took the photo and the guide was somewhere else. Yeah,
but it's a full body.
So it's a full body, yeah. The guide said, unless I did a wardrobe, I went outside and had a wardrobe change. She said, that's what she said straight off the bat, because it's a perfect outline of a figure in a long coat or dress. You can see the feet, you can see the blurred out outline of the head. And it was walking away from me or looking at me, but either way. I didn't know until the next day. That's the thing. I'm up there and I'm walking up and down these corridors and about 25 minutes and taking photos and doing investigating and whatever. And lo and behold, something was watching me the whole freaking time. But
that's scary. Like you said,
you don't know.
Holy shit, something was standing there looking at you.
Yeah.
You didn't even know.
No. Yeah. It's black with the IR camera. So I had the infrared light on. I turned that off just to show people what I was looking at. I'm pretty certain I did it this time, and it's just completely black. Flashlights in the pocket. I didn't even use it. So I'm just thinking, okay, let the sensors go. But yeah, that was, again, when you start having tapping behind you and then you kind of dismiss it because it's like it's one thing that happens and then it goes and you go, okay, well, something was there. I don't know exactly what I heard. You keep just moseying on down the corridor and it's like nothing's going to scare me. That's it.
I've got this.
I'm the male. I'm the hunter. Let's go. Let's go. Get down the other end of the corridor, just turn around and go, okay, turn the camera away, the video camera away, and just get my phone out and go snap, snap, snap with one of my, like just with one hand, and then go, I'll look at that later. And that's what happened. And it was just down the 50-meter corridor. I was looking straight at me. It's like, okay.
Yeah, that's cool though. And that's the thing that's really cool about it, is that you're not even like thinking about that. You're just going, it's like you almost just have that moment of like, that was cool on this level, or this level for whatever that is. And then you go, I'll just take some photos, but you're not deliberately trying to capture something. And I think like when you kind of get it by accident, it's such a different kind of experience where you're like, holy shit, this this is real. Like,
yeah,
it's just an accidental capture, and
I've never did that before. Nothing to that definition at all. Some people even get photos, and we've seen some apparitions caught on camera before from other people, and they can get real detailed. There's some real solid outlines. This is conjuring moments. Something that it seemed inhuman. It was so bizarre, but like nothing about it seemed comfortable. I think that was the second place we went to out of 6 that night, so we weren't giving up in a hurry. So he said, "Stuff that, we'll keep going."
Yeah.
The place is amazing. So that's our big, I suppose, the big stories of the last couple of months. Anyway, one of them. We've got plenty. I know.
Quarantine station in Manly is next up, but
because I was going to say you've been to Q Station a few times. Is there any kind of I guess experience that you've had there that might shape the way you move through like the everyday? Like, is there anything that's been like that? We were talking about that haunting experience before. Is there anything that's from there even that kind of shapes your everyday? Like, have you had any kind of, not even so much follow you home, but just weird things in your daily life that you kind of go, fuck, is that from there? Or
you just pinched a nerve there, and I tell you, I got a great one for you.
Following home, yes, but it was from Parramatta Jail, not from the quarantine station. Had an amazing experience that haunts us from the quarantine station, but following us home, I'll let this man explain.
Yeah, this is part of the don't be reckless when you go home.
I love it. Everyone that's listening or watching, this is an explicit warning right now, so pay attention.
Not to do, because attachments are okay.
It goes hunting for dummies.
And you know what? And let's just summarize this real quick. When they say they're a child, they may not be a child as well. So you can't just be emotional because they're trying to pull on you.
Because they're a child.
Right? But
you're a daddy.
Because I'm a daddy.
Right?
That's it. Yeah. We went to we were in the women's ward of the Parramatta Jail, and we had the portal, which is against like the spirit box on steroids, right? So it takes out all the white noise and just basically will cipher between all the actual crap and just pull out the words.
Spits the words out.
Yeah. And we started getting a child's voice, and the child would say, "Hi, mummy," and they're like, "This was really clear." And
mummy,
So you're trying to work out, okay, well, these radio devices wouldn't even at that time have children on the radio. That's number one. So you notice something is getting manipulated. So the music box, again, a motion sensor that plays the creepiest of music if something walks in front of it, human or non-human, spirit, etc. So it just has to break that field. It'll play the music. The music box is going off in front of us, the main stairwell, going up the to the next level. And so I thought, okay, well, I'll walk a little bit closer. So I've walked closer. It's still going off in front of me, and it's not my shadow. We've debunked that as well. So I felt a little emotional. We're connecting with a young child, and so I put my hand out, and I said, "You can hold my hand." And this is probably an experience where you say, okay, this when your body feels certain things, my right side of my body, when I put my hand up, just went completely cold. And it was like, imagine having pins and needles, but without the numbness. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Well, I was feeling this. I'm saying, okay, I can feel something. Mon's going, can you really feel this? I said, yeah, I can. I said, it's okay. You can hold my hand. Don't be scared. And then my my lack of paranormal experience came out. I turned around and said, look, we have a lot of children at home. We've got a combined family of 8. What's one more? You can come home with us. Right. So we left it at that. And we go home, right? And, we had the holy water. If we feel a little on edge, we'll just put some on forehead and the sign of the cross, or maybe sage ourselves. And a couple of days later, Mon, again, like you were saying before about, like, if you get passionate and I drop a swear word, that's okay. And, Mon doesn't swear a lot at all. And she wakes up one morning. Our dog's in our previous house, sleeping in the corner of the room. And Mon gets up, walks over to the corner, looks up, and she goes, "What the fuck is that?" I think there's a big ass fucking huntsman on there.
Yeah, that's usually the reaction, because they just pop out of nowhere, and you're like, "What the fuck?" Oh, it's only you, Boris. Yeah, you can stay.
Boris, what a name. And and she says, and I get out of bed and I go, "What are you talking about?" And she goes, "What the hell's that?" I look up, I just go, casual as anything. It's like, I go, "Oh, that's a child's handprint." Right? And I'm right. And then I thought twice about it. I went, hold on one sec. We're at the 10-foot ceilings in this house, and I'm 6'4", so I had to stand on a chair at full stretch to put my palm on the ceiling. And
Wow.
this child in the house at the time may have been about 11, 12, give or take, right? About 12. So we got the youngest in and said, "Look, stand on the chair. We'll give you free rein, not that we normally do this, but try and touch the ceiling for us. We just got to see what's going on." They all fell off the chair. They couldn't stand on the ceiling and do it, so no one could touch this ceiling. And it was a perfect handprint, dirt marks, everything, just one hand on the ceiling.
Wow.
But the way I sort of gauge the age of this child, if it is a child, is my father, when he turned 85, the grandchildren did a canvas for him and put all their handprints on it. And my nephew at the time was 4 years old. So I decided to just go to the canvas, put my hand next to it, next to my nephew's, take a photo. And then I've gone up and I've compared my hand on the ceiling to this other handprint that just appeared. It's exactly the same size.
Wow.
So which 4-year-old puts a print on a 10-foot ceiling?
I said, do you think it was it Benjamin or Jonathan? Something.
I don't know.
One of those. It was Benjamin or Jonathan. Do you think it was the little boy we were talking to at the jail? And it was like, holy shit.
Yeah. And I contacted Pete, who ran the tours at the Parramatta jail, and said, "Listen," I said, "any explanation?" She goes, "What?" She said, "What the fuck? Take it back now." Like, seriously, because whatever you got, like, and we didn't even know to that day. Now we've moved out of there. We were renting that place at the time. So,
good luck to the next tenants.
We were saying, we got our new place of residence, and there's no handprints on any of the ceilings, right? So we're really happy right now. But we did some investigating in the bedroom. That sounds a bit kinky.
Look, whatever floats your boat, I guess.
Rated M, okay, rated M8. No, not for the faint of heart. Okay.
That's right. We've listed it as explicit content anyway, so we're good.
But we had the SLS camera. As controversial as that device is to some people, and that, for anyone who doesn't know, that would depict a digital stick figure in a kind of human-like form. So you see where the head would be, the arms, the spine, the legs, etc. But it will pick up shadows of inanimate objects, so the chairs, the edge of tables, wardrobes, and it may map out a figure based on that as well. But when you've got nothing in front of you and it's working on pure IR and motion, and something comes up, then you go, okay, this is really interesting, because the device was created from the old Xbox 360 Connect.
Was it the Xbox Connect or something?
Yeah, so it was a section of the Xbox, and that's no longer in production. And I think and again, all these rumors circulate why they took it off the market, but kids are playing computer games and there's an additional non-human figure coming up on the screen, right? That was the rumor I heard why it was taken off the market. Now, we started getting figures of childlike size, climbing up our wardrobe, into our built-in wardrobe, sitting on the shelf.
Where we kept the paranormal equipment.
Yeah, which is where Now that, and you know, and again, that, the music box would go off pointing to the fucking wardrobe. Yeah, and so maybe something was. We came to a conclusion. Something came back.
I was seeing shadows all the time.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. Were
again,
they like kid height shadows, or were they kind of varied?
There were two different sizes. So there was kid height, and there was something adult side that would walk past our bedroom door. And I saw a hand kind of come around one day.
Not to say that to the kids, because they would never have slept another.
Yeah. So, but it was focused near our bedroom.
So that was lesson learned.
And the shadow figure looking over you that night.
Yeah, that wasn't nice. I
I
remember you.
I just remembered. Oh my God.
See, I've got to go to sleep later. What are you
It's
doing
not
to me?
here.
Just put a funny movie on. Like, that's what I do.
Whilst I was sleeping, she saw a fucking shadow figure looking over me.
Yeah, I kind of I looked over and I thought, holy shit, something, because he slept on the side that our ensuite was on.
Yeah, closest to the wardrobe, etc.
The ensuite door is open. You've got the moonlight kind of shining through. So I could see the bathroom and thinking there's a tall shadow figure on, like, blocking out the doorway. But I could see the light around it. And it was kind of hovering on Anthony's side of the bed. And okay, but I was in that kind of
like
half
sleep
awake,
state,
half asleep, and I thought, oh, all right. I acknowledged it. I turned over and I went to sleep.
It's like, hey,
and then
Boris, what's going on?
Yeah, that's right, bloody Boris.
I woke up and I thought, oh my God.
Yeah.
And I said, Anthony, you never guess what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's when he doesn't believe me.
I was saying, don't eat chocolate
it's
before
like the
bed.
next day. But no,
Yeah.
I saw it.
Yeah. So that was the story as an extension of the previous story. But yeah, Parramatta.
That's what we brought home.
That's probably. Yeah, I have a fear of going to a medium and getting my aura read and stuff because I'm. I don't know.
He's scared of them saying you've got 10 attachments.
Yeah, look,
yeah.
It's not the mood swings. It's just the fact
it is
that
the mood swings.
It is the mood swing.
It's just the ADHD. Don't worry about that.
Like, I'm more interested to know. I'm not fearful of going. I would like to do it, but yeah, I've got to come up with a spare $500 or whatever they charge. But good for them for charging that much because
some of us don't have that kind of money for an aura photo, guys.
Just let me know exactly what's there because I feel I'm protected because the stuff I've done in my life to still be where I am right now. Someone is definitely watching over me, but the places we've gone to. What we've communicated with and what we hope to communicate with. Everything's had a human, was at one stage a human form, but we've all listened to other documentaries, watched the movies. I mean, the non-human conjured spirits, that's got me intrigued. And again, that makes me go even darker.
Yeah, I think
yeah, and I would, again, I would like to. I don't know, like mine has a obsession with wanting to be scratched in a non,
in a non-kinky way.
and that would never go away until she gets scratched. So, but I would.
It's proof.
Yeah,
it's physical proof.
I would like proof of the other side too, and the conjured spirits, and the non-human spirits, if there is such a thing. Which again, we had a long belief in saying that. Again, it could be just really angry, pissed off spirits that come across really evil, right? So when any device that we currently have says demon, satanic, whatever, anything of the darker realm, we laugh it off. tongue terror might come out, and we just laugh. What the fuck is? That's exactly what I said to Mon. Mon goes like this, turns the phone and says, "Spirit Talk," says tongue terror, and I go, and the first thing I go is, "What the fuck is tongue terror? Really, like that?" Or it might come up demon, and all these videos. And I give credit where credit's due, right? So well done to all the other guys, but I know it's a belief overseas that when
some people
the word
focus
demon
on
is
it heavily.
way too much energy is put into it. And I don't believe that's exactly what they're dealing with. However, we've watched movies, and I don't know, movies are not based on documented proof, but again, the whole Conjuring movie scenario about the inhuman spirit. I've got the memoirs and everything I'm trying to read, and I think I will eventually finish the first book in about 10 years' time.
You need to get them on audiobook. That's what I do. I have to put an audiobook on because I don't have time to sit and read. I'll be like, if I can listen to podcasts in the car, I can do the same with an audiobook. I just got to find them.
I've been told it doesn't release enough dopamine, that my body requires to actually stimulate myself by reading. It puts me to sleep.
He falls asleep.
So I would love to read, like I really would. But this is going back to these stories, right? So these are documented stories that have happened to people. I just want to go and investigate even more. That's the next stage. Where was I even going with that?
You're talking about demons and how we don't necessarily.
Yeah, that was right.
Yeah. And we're not focusing on that.
Nope.
I think it's like Anthony said, a very tormented soul most of the time. I need to be proved otherwise.
Yep.
Just needs a hug and it needs to
have a hug, have a coffee, put the wheat bag in the microwave. Like, you'll be right, Dal. Just sleep it off,
Tell me what's bothering you.
Imagine going up to someone like that and saying, "Free hug time." It's like, really? I dare you. No, seriously.
Oh, that would be, that would be really funny. That would be, it would just.
Yeah.
But that was, so we'll see where that takes us. But absolutely. But again, to be careful, we should be a little bit more. No, that's where we were talking about the whole aura thing.
That's it.
Now, see, now I've gone back. Oh, that's it.
That's the point. That's the point of this. I'm happy to just be here listening because it's like
time for doing that. That's it.
Yeah. But do you know what? I love it. I love being able to hear people's experiences, and if it's, I know there was a couple where you were saying right at the beginning, Mon, where you'd had that experience of what brought you into the paranormal. It was like, oh my God, I've had something like that similar, like not in the same circumstances, but I've had that same thing happen. Holy fuck, I'm not the only one that's had that, Like, this is what I love. And I know that most of the people that listen or watch are the same. They just love hearing the stories. So I like for our interview styles to be like, I'll ask a couple of questions and you just fire away. And if I have any questions that I need, I'll just ask them. So just keep going. I love it.
That's good. That's good. I was going to say, do you have a question? Would you like to fire something at us now?
Yeah, I was going to just sort of say we were kind of talking about all of that, but we kind of went over things that have sort of impacted in the day, because we kind of looked at, the little handprint and things like that as well. But I know we also touched on, what your thoughts were about what the definition of a haunting was after being at Arrowdale. So across all of the places that you've investigated, whether it's been when you've started actually doing the channel work or whether it's been even prior to, is there any kind of encounter or encounters that just have stayed with you, and it doesn't matter what time of day it is, it's just you'll have a thought about it at least once? Like, is there anything that still stirs from any experiences you've had?
Apart from Arrowdale?
Yeah, apart from Arrowdale, anywhere.
Well, just the quarantine station, or do you want prior to that?
Whatever comes to mind, like anything that really has stuck with you that is just always kind of there for you.
It would have to be at the quarantine station, and we're in the hospital part. And there was a rock thrown
Wow.
There were footsteps outside. The music box is going off. It was like you could feel the energy building, and we were just silent because we were just waiting for the grand finale,
And sort of that frozen moment of like, when's this big crescendo going to happen?
Yeah, 100%.
And all of a sudden this rock is thrown from one side of the room across in front of, not quite to where the music box was.
Yeah, it would have been thrown a couple of meters. The first reaction, other than freaking the living crap out of it, but like everybody, even Mel, our guide, we all just freaked out because it sounded like someone picked up the cat ball, one of the motion balls, and threw it on the ground. That's how loud it was.
Yeah, okay.
They were still on the bed, and we worked out that it was like a smaller stone, but it was thrown across the room. It just came out of nowhere, and it was so loud.
And it responded to us. We were saying, "Don't be scared. We know you're there.
Yep.
Communicate with us." And we were just waiting.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, and we jumped.
We jumped.
Anthony shat himself.
This is funny, right? 6'4" male, let's say 5 foot. I don't even know how tall Mel is, but
About my height.
About Mon's height. Mon's 5'3", 5'4". Yeah, I'm letting Mel go and investigate what it was while I've got the camera on. But honestly, like what? I jumped 5 meters backward. But yeah, that was unbelievable, and it started because we heard the footsteps around the actual patio, the decking outside. There was a couple of consistent taps on the actual door.
There was a bang.
There was a bang on the door, and as soon as that bang hit the door, the music box went off continuously. So it was in one thing, bang, another thing, then something else, and a couple of weeks prior to that, again name dropping, but the is it TFIL? Yeah, so Elton Castate, the overnight channel. He brought his crew out to Melbourne and Sydney, and they were just doing some investigating. So they did the quarantine station about a couple of weeks prior.
Yeah, okay.
And actually had Mel as their guide for the night too. And Mel was letting us know, said when Elton was in the hospital, they got nothing. It was a real quiet investigation. Didn't spend long in there at all, but we spent about an hour and a half in there because it was huge. And so it just shows, again, it's not every place every time.
And I think that was energies attract different spirits.
That's right, yeah. Yes. Elton got a lot of growling and real, like, it sounded like demonic screams on his EVP recorder, where we got a little bit of that, but nothing to the extent. So
we got just opening.
So you're right. The energy attracts, I suppose, the different energies from the spirits that surround you.
Just like with people, I might be connecting with you, but I'm not going to connect with the person next to you. It's the same in the spirit world. I feel comfortable with you.
Yeah, absolutely agree. And it's an area that it's been in my thought process a lot too, which is there's sort of that mental health side of it where we sort of touched on it a little bit before, but there's also that part of me that's, I remember a while ago I'd watched, and I'm talking like a long time ago, I think it was Kindred Spirits with Amy Bruni and Adam Berry. And they'd gone to this particular location. I think it was, like most of the haunted places in the US, it was like a sanatorium and a asylum, and it had all these different umbrellas. And there was a common theme about this dark, negative entity. And further investigation, what they then were able to sort of somewhat work out, because they had a psychic medium, Chip Coffey, come in and do his thing. And what they found was that particular dark energy was not of anything that we would like classify as like a demon. It wasn't a living entity. It was a manifestation of the fear that people bring to the location. Yep. So, yeah. And so that's exactly like, as you were saying, it's that energy that attracts. And so I think for me, when I think about going on a tour, I go, I don't want to go with a big group of people because I don't want to feed into, and this is no disrespect to people in going in big groups, but there is always going to be somebody that's kind of gone, oh, I don't believe any of this. And they're just going in there and they're almost going, I really want something super dark and negative to happen, that they're putting that in there. And then the more people get frightened, the more that builds, and it then kind of makes it worse for the spirits that are actually there. But it also takes away from the authenticity of the location and its history. And it's just really fascinating. It's another part of that pathway. And as you're saying, like, it's different energy will connect with different energy and locations. So it's pretty cool when you really like get to strip it back like that sometimes and go through those tangents of thought processes.
I know, and I completely agree with you with the what people classify as demons could be that tormented soul. But I threw the idea around the other day, well, recently, where it could also be that manifestation of fear. That if enough people go to the same location over and over and they're told of this darker, heavy energy, and enough people are scared, it just feeds it and it grows and it can become what people define as a demon.
Then do you believe, if I ask the question then,
so it's like an elemental in a way?
Yeah.
But then you're opening portals as such, right? No, you can say no and just shut it down, but then at the same time, like, if you use a Ouija board or something where you, which are renowned to open the spirit portal of that, place you're in, more or less, So, to you, how real? Like, I might put it as a conversation. I mean, how real is that to both of you guys? Because I know Mon and I have spoken about it, and she's been very hesitant to even want to do anything like that. But then with
the Ouija board,
but then in saying to open the portal of the unknown, because then that becomes is that again a reaction based on energy? That's a conversation too that we could work on. Is it feeding off the fear of the people doing it that creates that residual energy, as opposed to saying, hey, we've just opened this portal and Boris the crawler has come back in and now he's on the ceiling looking down at us. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Is that real? Like, I mean, is that something that you like, even yourself, Heather? Do you feel that's even a
like
possibility?
A thing?
Yeah.
I personally, I absolutely do. I look at it, I'm a tool. So when I connect to people that are in the spirit world, regardless of whether they're elementals, in inverted commas, demonic or whatever, I am technically the tool that's connecting, right? If I use my tarot cards are the tool. If you have the right intention to connect, you will open the portal, but you're doing it in a way where you're going, I'm opening the portal for this purpose. One thing I've noticed with Ouija boards, and I've never done one because this has been my thought process, is I think there's a lot of hype around them because people have used them incorrectly. And it's, as you were saying before, the people that are using them, they're not opening it properly. Therefore, they're not connecting and opening with the right intentions, because it's all about that intention as well. And then you've got the next layer where there's that fear of something could happen. They could be doing the Ouija board and there's a knock over there and suddenly it's a demon, that they're feeding this negative energy, and therefore that portal is now open to negative energy. And you've set that there, that you're willing to open that and connect with that, rather than going, okay, I'm asking my spirit guides X, Y, Z, or I want to connect with so-and-so or whatever. Like, it's about making a bit of an educated decision on, why am I using this tool? Who am I wanting to connect with? And then you've got people like that they go through all of that and then they don't close it. So that leaves that portal there, and it's that psychic scar.
Can I tell you a story about the Ouija board?
Yes, go for it.
Only time I've done it, I was about 15, and group of us were sitting in a darkened room.
I love this. Setting the mood. Yes.
Sitting in a dark, it was, okay, we're jigging school.
Yeah.
We said, let's do a seance at Paul's house. And we're sitting in this room. We pulled the curtains. We had candles going. Like, people are saying, I know how to do it. You've got to do this, and you need a glass, and you need a candle. Anyway, okay, he's choking. So I'll tell
Dear, don't choke.
You're right. We were sitting there, and we didn't know what we were doing. You know, a group of teenagers. And so it wasn't open properly. It was just, okay, well, this is what we've got to do. I couldn't even tell you what it was we had to do. But I can tell you that it started getting heavy in there. And one of the candles blew out, the flame. And next thing you know, this glass that we had, we're conjuring some shit. We're saying all this stuff. The glass at the center of the table flew across the room, hitting this kid's head.
Fuck.
So he was about 15. So it hit him in the head. He got up, ran out of the room. We screamed. We followed him. Didn't close anything. This guy, his name was Chad, okay? He was a different person for at least the next 12 hours. We had to...
Wow.
He changed, and he was really angry. This kid was usually really gentle, and he was becoming very angry. I had my boyfriend with me. He was getting in his face, yelling at him, shoving him. And we said, we've got to stay with him because we were worried. We said, what if he's possessed or something?
What the fuck's going on? This guy's not angry.
It was crazy. And he we got to my house, which was about a half-hour walk from where this happened. We said, you're staying with us, and trying to give him lots of attention. We said, okay, lay down here. It was summer, so it was really hot, long walk, lay on the grass in front of my house. And we're just sitting with him, trying to get some sense out of him. He wasn't a religious guy at all. And it sounded like he started reciting verses out of the Bible. Okay.
Wow.
This sounds
added level of creepy.
Yeah.
It sounds crazy. And it was like he fell asleep. And my boyfriend and I are saying, what the hell is happening? And we just sat there watching him, starting to get dark. And then he got up and he said, I'm going home. Checked on him the next day and he was fine. And we said, do you remember what happened? And he said, what are you talking about? And he didn't remember much at all. He said, the last thing I remember, we're in the room and we had the seance all set up. So do you remember the glass hitting you in the head? Blah, blah, blah. No. And I said, and then we went back to my house. You're on the grass. And it sounded like you were reciting parts of the Bible. And he laughed at us. He did not believe us. So
that's crazy.
Never touching a Ouija board again. But Anthony recently suggested maybe we should give it a go. And I said, well, if we do it properly, I don't see why not. And exactly like you said, especially being a medium, you're a channel, you're the tool.
Yeah.
You're basically a portal. You're opening yourself up to spirit. It's no different to a Ouija board if you do it right.
Yeah. Another means of communicating in the
I do tarot
environment.
Yep, me too.
It's the same sort of thing.
Yeah. Yep.
Because that's always affiliated with demonic spirits. Like, I mean,
yeah, but like
it's the
fear.
It's the fear of it, exactly. Yeah. So
Yep.
maybe
and it's like That's it. And if you think about it in the terms of it just being a tool, it's no different to the EMF reader. It's no different to the EVP recorder. Like it's just about knowing how to use it safely and correctly. And I think like I've never done one because I don't feel that I've got enough knowledge or confidence to use that tool at this point in time. I think at some point further down the line when I've developed further, then I'd be like, you'll just know. You'll kind of go, okay. It's like when you first pick up a deck of tarot cards, you go, I really want to, yeah. You're like, I really want to do this, but I'm not quite there yet. And so you might put it up for another 6 months and then you pick it up again and you go, now I'm ready, because you feel that connection to the tool. So yeah, it's been a thought in my head a few times, but I'm still not quite there yet.
And that's how I feel. I'm thinking, I'm going to research this a bit.
Yeah.
And just get all those little tools within and say, okay, we're going to give it a go. I know what to do. I know how to open, close. I know how to protect, and
take it with us one place that we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, that first time you read your tarot cards, you're doing it in a safe place because you're like, this is my safe place. It's like, if you've got a place where you're going to get responses and it's like, it probably sounds crazy, but safe, like it's safe for you guys, then go for it. Like that's my perspective on it. And yeah.
Your honesty with letting it know as far as your point of view is concerned with that as well, because I'm very green when it comes to it. And I only see what I see by all the documentaries and through the YouTubers and paranormal investigators using it, and the fear of mom saying I don't want to use it.
It's because of that experience, and I don't think I've ever told you.
No, it was the first time I've heard that.
Exactly.
This is nice sharing moment here, sweetheart.
Oh.
I can't believe I was being a part of that. Like, oh my goodness. Now I feel like Sam from Aussie Afterlife being like a weird third wheel at this point.
Just really thinking more about your partner.
Yeah. That's it. And that's it. Exactly. Surprise. I just added something next level.
A little bit of spice.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Cool. I don't have an experience like that when I was a kid. I was just...
Yeah, I did stupid shit when I was a teenager. So much stupid shit.
I think we all do, don't we? And that's because as a teenager, you're like, I fucking know everything. What would you know? And then you get older and you have your own kids and you're like, fuck, I was an idiot. Like, why did I think I knew everything? Because I knew fuck all.
Yeah.
Like, why am I saying no to my child now when they're doing something that I just did, and I understand why they're doing it?
Yeah, my kids always, I tell them too much. And
you do, you overshare.
I overshare with kids, and then they say, but you used to do that at my age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you go, fuck, I've shot myself in the foot here.
I learned from that.
Yeah. That's why I'm here having the conversation with you, because I'm giving you what the consequence is.
I'm the wise one now.
That's right. Exactly.
You're doing you're the wise one.
Yeah, but we're allowed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You've earned that right as a parent, I think. I kind of thought, because we've covered some really awesome stuff, and I'm really happy that we got to hear lots about your investigations and what you've been able to capture and just the detail of the stories. I've loved it. I'm always up for a good paranormal story, but I thought now that we've kind of like hit that funny little spot, there's like a little, I don't know, it's like a little game type thing, but it's sort of like a quick answer only thing. So I'll have like a couple of like those, like either ors or like this or that type thing. So I've got a couple of things, and then I've got like a fill in the blank thing. So I'll like read you a sentence, and then you got to just like shoot something out. But I guess for a quick answers, so obviously just whatever comes to mind, but this or that, would you rather phantom love or ghostly revenge?
Phantom love.
The honest ghostly revenge.
I love it. One of each. Perfect. And the next one I've got is, the this or that, Victorian seance or a roadside haunting.
Okay, roadside. Why?
I want the seance.
Okay, fair enough.
We just spoke about that.
No.
You could do the seance on the roadside with the haunting area.
That's a great idea. Let's do that.
I'm known to have a few good ideas, but not all the time. And then I've got a...
No.
And the little fill in the blank. So when I hear footsteps but no one's there, I
fucking crap myself.
Go like that.
One goes like that. I beeline.
It's there's a bad smell and I've got to leave.
Yeah, never gonna hear the end of that one, anyway.
That's it.
Never see the video. That's the thing.
Love it. Love it. And I guess the last one for fill in the blank. If you could have dinner with any spectral figure, so whether they're like real or fictional, who would it be and what would you serve or what would you have for dinner with them?
Oh.
Do you want to start? Do you want me to start?
I'll start. I'll take all the sentiment with this one.
Go on.
I will have wouldn't even be dinner, it'd be the coffee and an almond croissant with my mum. Because for one purpose, as much as my mum is such a creative soul before she left this earth, that everything that I am when it comes to this madhouse of a mind, including the stubbornness and just the just the overall just drive to do everything and believe you can do anything, right? I just want to hear her view on what I'm doing now. I'd love to just sit down and say, okay, well, this is where I'm at now. What do you think of this? And I wonder what she'll say. That was it. That's my story. Yeah.
I love that. That's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
So,
what about you, Mon?
Yeah, it might be a little bit controversial. It's not as heartfelt as Anthony's. I'd want to sit down and have maybe a strudel with Hitler and ask him if he needs a hug.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's actually not bad because maybe if the man had had a hug, he wouldn't have done what he did.
Exactly.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. I think that is brilliant because you think about those sort of things and go, what would it be like if maybe they had a bit more love in their life?
And said,
yeah.
Do you need a hug?
Yeah. I think you need a cuddle, sir.
Would you like to process something? Do you want someone to talk to?
Yeah.
Yeah. It would be him. Or I also thought of the Phantom from Phantom of the Opera.
Good one.
Because I'd want to hear him sing.
Good one.
I'd probably have a nice French cheese platter with a nice red wine and have the candles going. They sing for me like he asked Chris to sing for him.
Love that. They're really good answers. Really good answers. And I really liked even just our little quick fire things. I like that it was sort of like, well, I've got one and you've got the other. And it's like, it reminds me of that Aldo Paso Mexican food ad where she's like, why don't we have both with the soft and hard tacos? It's just like, why are we choosing one? Why don't we just have both? Like, come on, people. I love that.
That's where the balance of the investigating comes into it, because Mon will have a mindset on a specific way, a comfort zone, but then I love going off on my own, and Mon hates being by himself. So try and figure the two out of that. So we try and create that balance. And
then in everyday life, I like to be by myself.
Oh, yeah. I'm like a Velcro dog at sometimes because I can't stand my own space. You know, I can be so busy all the time. As soon as I stop, it's like, we got to catch up. Mon says, I don't want to be around you. Like, get the fuck away from me. It's like, I was going to go straight to my dog. Give me some love. My dog would be crying and stuff like that. That's not how date night. When you feel me, fuck off. That's what I know.
Yeah. It's weirdly relatable. I'm the same. I'm like you, Mon. I'm like, you know, you need that like space to just completely decompress, disconnect, because you're used to just being around all of this kind of weird kind of chaos, and you're just like, I just need my zen. And my husband's the same. He'll be like, right, what are we doing? And then just be like, hey, and you're like, personal space.
As an empath, you take in so much of everybody's energy, and you just need to re-center yourself.
Yeah, cool.
Absolutely.
I just go over to the desk with the
editing.
Yeah.
Go over
she
there.
goes, go over there. Off you go.
I'm going to have a bath.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that. Yeah, you've got some work to do over here. Just go and do that for half an hour while I just chill out, please.
That's exactly.
Oh, I love that. Well, honestly, it has been such an amazing chance to get to chat with you. And I know we had a good little chat even before we did the recording. So it's nice to have been able to chat with you both in person, or well, sort of virtual in person. But yeah, honestly, thank you both so much.
It's been so much fun.
I've had a blast. It's so easy.
Yeah.
I love that. And that's what I aim to do. I'm all about, let's just keep it easy and just go with the flow. Like I think when you're able to just have those genuine conversations and they flow, it makes it just that next level of like, I want to know more about this, or I want to know more about that, or I'm just loving how it's just a nice, easy flow that it's awesome. So I guess before we properly sign off, any kind of like plugs, like obviously chat about your YouTube channel, where can people find you, your social media, anything like that, like throw it out there so that the listeners and the viewers can know where to look if they haven't already come across your content.
Yeah, well, guys who are listening, we're Date Night with the Ghost Gang. We are fresh to all socials, but we come with a twist, and we would love your support. So, I can't say it. Subscribe to YouTube, TikTok, Insta, Facebook, everything that we've got. And be part of the Ghost Gang and be part of our date night and just sharing the journey.
I regularly, like every day, every second day, if not every third day, post things on TikTok. So that's the first place of call after you've subscribed on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah. On TikTok, you will see things that are coming to YouTube.
Yeah.
So there'll be little snippets, and then I might throw that over on Instagram and Facebook. But YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah.
Date Night with the Ghost Gang.
Yeah, the Date Night with a twist, and would love you to be part of it. 100%.
Awesome. Thanks so much, guys. And I hope everybody listening and viewing, make sure you go over and subscribe and follow and show some support for Monique and Anthony, because I've really enjoyed getting to know them on the personal level, but also really enjoyed watching their content and just seeing how authentic it is, and being able to feel like you're a part of that experience is really, really humbling. So yeah, thanks again for joining me, guys. I'm so grateful. And we've also made history for Beyond the Veil Australia podcast. You guys are my first special guests, so that is also a massive achievement as well.
Congratulations.
I love it. Congratulations.
Thank you. And thank you for being the people that I get to share that with.
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, guys.
Another chat one day soon too.
Absolutely. We'll definitely hit up for more chats. We'll be able to pick out some more topics, and we'll just be able to go down those rabbit holes and off on tangents. And I think we'll do a pretty good job of it too.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye. As the laughter fades and the shadows settle, we close the curtain on another unforgettable night with Date Night with the Ghost Gang. Whether you joined us for the chills,
the chuckles, or the curious connections. Thank you for being a part of this spirited gathering. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And until next time, keep your hearts open and your lights low, because the veil is always thinner than it seems. On the next episode of Beyond the Veil Australia podcast, we welcome Marcus from Ozcamper, a roving investigator whose camper van doubles as a mobile HQ for exploring Australia's most haunted corners. With a storyteller's soul and a seeker's grit, Marcus unpacks the unsolved, the uncanny, and the deeply personal encounters that defy logic. From eerie bushland whispers to chilling campsite phenomena, this episode invites you to journey beyond the map and into the mysteries that linger in the dark. And to set the tone, Marcus recently ventured into Walhalla, one of Australia's most haunted towns, where he came face to face with the infamous cursed grave. His investigation, captured in Investigating Australia's Most Haunted Ghost Town, is a chilling preview of the immersive storytelling and raw curiosity that he brings to our conversation. You'll feel the cold breath of the unknown before the episode even begins.
Hey, did you just see that? Look.
Oh shit.
Mary.
What the
All you need to do is put a little bit of energy towards the device in my hand, and we'll know that it is you.
Just one more time, we just... You reckon you can get it to... Nice. All the way.
Whoa. If you would like us to leave you alone, please give us a sign.
I thought Mary liked this, but now I'm convinced.
Whoa.
It's a pretty clear sign. We're heading off because Mary made it clear like 4 or 5 times that she wanted us to leave. But we were kind of having fun with it actually picking up the reading, so we stuck around a bit too long. Now we might have to hustle out.
What? My light just died.
I just said Mary wanted us to leave 4 or 5 times. Alright.
Yeah, I think we should go.